Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to my latest video, and in this week's video I'm going to give you the latest thoughts from me on some recent MMA news. So let me first get into my boy Gilbert El Nino Melendez re-signing with the UFC, and I'm very happy about this. As you know, before I made a video on him saying why he's so important to the UFC and that they need to re-sign him. And basically, Bellator had made him an offer, and the UFC actually countered and re-signed him, basically matched the offer. So that's excellent, and I'm looking forward to see Gilbert Melendez and so many great matchups coming up. And he had an excellent deal here. He gets pay-per-view shares, gets a spot on The Ultimate Fighter, coaching the women against Anthony Pettis, and he's also getting a title shot. So great news for Gilbert Melendez, and great news for the fans. And this is really historic in my opinion because it gives the UFC fighters and shows them that basically if you're not happy with the UFC deal, you can use Bellator as a leverage tool if your contract's expiring to either go to Bellator and get some real money or basically get some things you want in your contract and get Bellator to give that to you, and then the UFC will match it. So I really think this is excellent for the sport. These guys don't get paid enough in my opinion. And the more competition out there that's paying fighters money, the better it is for the fighters. So thumbs up to everything going on there. And if you're looking for the latest Gilbert Melendez news, check out Team Melendez fan page for all the latest. And very happy that Gilbert Melendez is back in the UFC. We're going to see him with Jake Shields probably as one of his coaches on The Ultimate Fighter. Also, a rare probably appearance by the Diaz brothers, so check that out and look. Can't wait to that. Really, can't wait to that fight, Gilbert Melendez and Anthony Pettis. Pumped. And that brings me up to my next point. We're going to talk about Gilbert Melendez's teammate Nate Diaz asking for a release from the UFC. And some people have asked me, do I actually think the UFC is going to release Nate Diaz? I guarantee you they will not release Nate Diaz. And they really can't lose him for free. Obviously, he's under contract, so they're not. I don't think they're getting rid of him. But when his contract expires, look for him to go to Bellator. I think he sees the money that Viacom is paying these fighters and Bellator is paying these fighters. Basically, Viacom as basically they give the purses to Bellator and they provide fighters with a lot of money. They're the big company behind Bellator, basically helping them out. So definitely check that out. See what's going to happen with Nate Diaz in the future. But for now, he will be in the UFC, in my opinion. And really, I just think he's getting tired of these guys getting title shots that fight once a year while he's been fighting 3 to 4 times a year, putting on exciting fights, and has been in the sport for a long time. And he's probably not happy with his deal. I personally don't think he gets paid enough, but I don't really know his exact final check there, but that's just my opinion that probably doesn't get paid enough for the fights he's putting on, and he wants to be reimbursed for basically what he's been doing for the sport and putting on exciting fights. And the Diaz brothers are big draws, so the UFC really wouldn't want to lose them. And my next topic is going to be about Nevada banning TRT, and this is excellent. I'm just very happy because if you're not familiar with testosterone replacement therapy, it is, in my opinion, a performance-enhancing drug. Athletes on it can recover quicker and can train harder than other fighters not on it. So I'm glad that it is banned from Nevada, and I'm hoping eventually it gets banned from all the states. And the poster boy actually is funny. He pulled out of his fight against Chris Weidman, which is Vitor Belfort. He's been having great success under TRT. So some fans are going to be interested to see what is he going to be like off the TRT. So we're going to have to wait and see. But Vitor is a very good fighter, so let's not take too much away from his career. The TRT definitely helped him, obviously. But it's going to be interesting to see. And coming into this fight now, Lyoto Machida is getting a title shot against Chris Weidman. This is going to be an excellent fight. We're going to see if Chris Weidman can deal with Lyoto Machida's elusive ability, Lyoto Machida's countering, and he's so hard to hit, and he's going to have a great game plan, so it's going to be interesting to see if Chris Weidman can deal with Lyoto Machida, and I think Lyoto Machida is actually stylistically a worse matchup for him than Vitor Belfort is. So I'm very interested to see this fight. Definitely check that one out when it happens. Can't wait. And basically, for those of you who aren't familiar, King Mo and Quentin Rampage Jackson got in a little altercation in Bellator the other day, and it looked pretty staged to me. But whatever you got to do to sell your fight between those two, do it, I guess. But it was pretty funny to watch. And it seems to be a kind of a thing, these staged little fights. I guess you could say, like, it looked like to me from the trailer of The Ultimate Fighter in Brazil, Vanderlei Silva and Chael Sonnen have gotten an altercation. The trailer is online if you're not familiar with it. I'll probably post it actually underneath there to see what you guys think. But it definitely looks staged to me. But then again, it could be real because these guys genuinely don't like each other. And that's going to be a good Ultimate Fighter. Unfortunately, I have to buy their shitty fight pass for that Ultimate Fighter in Brazil between Chael and Vanderlei Silva. And from what I heard, their fight pass is a complete joke, so that's the only downfall of that, guys. But ultimately, that's a good Ultimate Fighter. I'd like to see Vanderlei and Chael just due to their hatred for each other. I think that rivalry is great for the sport. We need more of those in the UFC and MMA in general. And I want to hear what you guys think about Lyoto Machida getting a title shot against Chris Weidman. And are you guys happy Gilbert Melendez is back? Let me know your thoughts on that, guys. Appreciate you checking out the video. Subscribe, and thanks once again for tuning in.